Good afternoon, ladies, and gentlemen. My name is Olivia Winfield, and I welcome you to today's edition of Butts, Guts, and Body, where, as the title suggests, we're going to be working on our lower half as well as our core. So I'm going to go ahead and put this timer on, and we'll get started. Because I like to have the timer. All right. Let's go ahead and get started first with some simple leg raises. So bring it out to the side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Let's switch sides. Okay, 1, 2, definitely waking it up. 3, definitely feel something on this side too. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. This is why we have to warm up properly, because I did do a training session earlier, but of course, did I stretch or anything like that ahead of time? No. So when I demonstrated to my client how to do a goblet squat, I think my inner thigh muscles like, girl, you are 33 years old. You can't just go into that stuff cold anymore. Never mind that you walk to work and it's about a mile. That don't matter. It's not the same. So that's why we're doing these dynamic warm-ups, specifically mimicking the movements that we're gonna be doing because, well, what better way to warm up those muscles? All right. And now we're gonna do some butt kicks. Getting those quads. Whew. Yeah, it's like I can feel it like right in here, like right up in that groin area. And of course, what did I put on the menu for today? Goblet squats. So we'll see how that goes. We might have to switch it up. We might sub it out for something else. All right. I find when I bring my legs closer together, it actually does a better job of getting where I need to get, as opposed to bringing it way out here. Oops, way out there. This is on YouTube, so I need to. Okay, let's go ahead and do a row. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna come forward and you're gonna try to get your fingers underneath your big toes here. You should feel a nice big stretch all along your hamstrings, but we're gonna take it to another level because we're dynamic warming up. We're not doing static. So what I want you to do is get those fingers underneath your toes, sit into those heels and sit down and then come back up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right. And then real quickly, let's do some side lunges. Or sorry, not side lunges. No, yes, side lunges. All right. So we're gonna take 1 step out, 1 step back in. 2, you should feel the stretch on the inner thighs. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, and let's switch. I'll give you the side view of kind of what we're doing here. All right. 1, 2, so you should still be stepping into that heel like you would typically do your lunge. 4, 5, make sure that core is engaged. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Yes, while you are doing these lunges, if you feel your little, you feel your glute muscle do a little pop, that means you're doing it right. Okay. And then lastly, let's do some sumo squats. Because like I said, we do have goblet squats on the menu today, so we really want to make sure this is properly warmed up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, oh yes, and 10. All right, guys. That was about 5 minutes of dynamic warm-ups. Let's go ahead and begin. Well, first get yourself some sip of water, because I don't know about you, but I need some water. All right. So, first exercise of the day. And I know you ain't gonna be happy with me about it, but we gotta do it, y'all. Bulgarian split squats. Yep. Get it out. I can already hear it. It's okay. It's all right. Honestly, I'm not a huge fan of them either, to tell you the truth. But as my dad will often tell me about being an adult, you oftentimes have to do things you don't want to do that you have to do. I would categorize the Bulgarian split squat as somewhere in that category. Like, no, you don't necessarily have to do it per se, but it is effective. And yes, it is a challenging movement, but here's the thing, it will remain challenging if you don't do it. So, we gotta do it. Sorry. Come on down. 1, 2, 3. You can do this with dumbbells or a kettlebell like I am. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, and we'll switch. Cool, so I like to do kind of like a single hold with my Bulgarian split squats. I find it's much easier on my lower back, and I kind of like the added, well, I mean, it's always gonna engage your core when you have added weight like this, but I find I stay a lot more centered and better balanced when I can just hold the weight at my center. All right, and now we're gonna do the gut of butts, guts, and body. Come on down to the mat. And I originally wrote spider crawls, but I feel like I did a lot of those yesterday. So instead, we're gonna do oblique twists. Come up on your plank position on your elbows, make sure that back is flat, and then drop those hips. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. All right, that's 1 down, 2 more to go, guys. That's 2 more sets. And we still have 2 more exercises. Yeah. Oh yes, when you come to butts, guts, and body, be prepared to work. Be prepared to sweat. It is going to happen. Oh yes. I mean, I only have you for 30 minutes. I gotta make every single one of those minutes count. Because this may be the only physical activity that you do this week. Just being real, just being honest. And there's no shame in that. So what I want you to get out of those 30 minutes, I want you to feel like you did something. When it's all said and done. When you get to Friday, Saturday, you know, you only, maybe you did this, maybe you've done some other virtual Y programs, maybe you did mat Pilates on Monday with John, you did yoga this morning with Mike, now you're doing strength training with me, and tomorrow you're gonna do Tabata with Britt. Those are all half-hour, 45-minute classes. Super easy, super convenient, all available on the virtual Y, and I want you to get to the end of your week, going into next week, feeling strong, feeling like, yo, I did that. And if I did this, I can do anything. That's the feeling I want you to have. And yes, it may not feel like it when I have you do Bulgarian split squats and you're like, Olivia, this is hard. Okay, well, hi, you can do hard things. I know you can do hard things. You're doing this is hard, and maybe not to you, but it is. To a lot of people, for a lot of people, I should say, they never get this far. They never get to, all right, you know what, I'm putting the video on, I'm gonna make myself do this workout. A lot of folk don't arrive at that. So I don't want you to downplay what you are doing today. Whether this is your only activity that you're doing this week, or this is your 5th video you've watched, and you got plenty more on deck. All that matters to me is that we're maximizing our time together. You are getting the most out of this. All right. Next round of oblique twists. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. Woo! All right. Let's go ahead and get some water. So yeah, because I don't know who all needs to hear this. I know I need to hear this sometimes, but it can be really, really easy to downplay your accomplishments in the sense of you don't see certain things as achievements and accomplishments, and so you feel as though you are not where you feel you should be as a result of that. But what I want to share with you, what I want to tell you, what I want to impart to you is that you have to celebrate your small victories along the way. You have to acknowledge that you're running your own race, okay? And that's fine. Because the best part about running your own race is that, hey, you're the only participant. You'll know when you've won. So you can't be caught up in what other people are doing, not doing, all of that. This is about you. This is about you. Yes. 3, 4, 5. This is about you and your goals. 6, showing up for yourself. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. This is about you choosing you in the face of everybody else telling you that you choosing yourself is wrong. It's not. It is correct. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, one more, and 12. Woo. All right, last set of our oblique twists, going for 24. Whew. Luckily, that's our only single leg exercise today. You see how much time that takes up, but we have to do exercises like that, especially to help address any imbalances that we have. And we most likely do. We're human. We have one side that's dominant, and so one side that's not. And when we walk, we tend to lead with our dominant side. That's usually the leg that's gonna be strongest. So exercises like Bulgarian split squats, stationary split squats, lunges, and all of their lovely variations can help with those imbalances. All right. We are done with exercise 1. Great work, guys. Next up is the goblet squat. Whew. All right. Whew. Yes, I brought these 12s out to do my split squats with originally, but I like the kettlebell instead. All right, so during our warm-up, we did a sumo squat, or rather, first we did an original squat, so standing with your feet, shoulder width distance apart, sitting down like you're sitting in a chair. Then for our warm-up, in addition to our warm-up, we also did a sumo squat, so bringing out past shoulder width and coming down. So a goblet squat, it's like a mixture of the two. It's like you have your feet roughly the same distance apart as you would for a conventional squat, but you're gonna turn your heels out, or so your toes out to the corners like you would for a sumo, and then you're gonna come down. So, but the goal of a goblet squat is to come past parallel, but if you cannot go past parallel, that's okay. It's a progression. And come back up. That's one. All right, I'm gonna give you guys the side view. All right. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay. Say for me, it's a little bit harder for me to break past parallel because of my anatomy. I have long legs and a short torso. So it's a little bit more extra work, but we make it work. All right, for our core, we are gonna do what I like to call up, up, down, down. If you've been here before, you know what's coming. If you have not been here before, or if it's been a while, you haven't done this with me, I'm sorry. All right, so up, up, down, down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Whew. All right, get some water. Whew. Yeah, those are tough. Those are tough. And here's the thing, everybody. If as you're going through these exercises and you're like, oh, no, nah, that can't do it. That's okay. That is okay. Because the beauty of this is that you can save this and come back to it later. You can continue to work at it. And also that's on me for not providing you some modifications and showing you some adaptations for it. But to that point though, you will be able to do the actual version or the full version of it, what have you, without modifications, if you work at it. All right, round 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, my hands are getting sweaty, 10, 11, 12, we'll just do 3 more, 13, 14, 15. Whew. All right, up, up, down, down. Whew. Yeah. So if it's any consolation, I'm getting hot too. All right. 1, 2, 3. Try to alternate which arm you use to push yourself up. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh my gosh. Oh, 10. Woo. So like I said, it's hard. These is not easy. I'm huffing and puffing too. Like, again, working out with my client this morning, and we were doing chest presses. She was like, you made that look so easy. It's just like, yeah. I mean, shoot. I worked out on my own on Monday, and I did chest press then. I would sincerely hope I make it look easy, you know what I'm saying? Like, again, like I do feel as though it's my job as your trainer. Like, I'm not supposed to make it look hard. How is that gonna instill any confidence in you? Both as my client and just like as a human being, like, you wouldn't wanna see that. I wouldn't wanna see that. So, cause I also do feel like I've said it before, you know, it's a little aspirational, working out with a trainer. At least I would see it that way, of like, you know, I wanna be able to do what they do. That's what I wanna get to. So, you know, and then when you are at that level, well, yeah, you make it look easy, because it is. I'm trying to keep myself more upright, but I don't think that's just possible with my anatomy, and that's okay. All right. So what I like to do is when I have a heavier weight is get down, like with this with 35, this is heavy enough. So if you need any assistance as far as how to get down into your squat for your goblet squat, like especially balance is a key thing. What I've done in the past is use a weight to kind of counteract me to help get a bit deeper. So the 35 is actually not heavy enough for me to do that, but you get the idea. Okay, up, up, down, down. Last round, then our final exercise, which, hey, we get to lay down for. So that's something to look forward to. But first, we gotta get through this. Whew. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Whew. Okay. Whew. Whew. Gravy. All right. Get some water. Then we'll move into our last exercise. Whew. Yeah, it's sweaty in the studio. It is hot under these lights. Okay, final exercise is a glute bridge. So oftentimes you'll see people do a hip thrust off of a bench. I personally prefer to do a weighted glute bridge from the ground. Yes, you do get greater range of motion when doing a hip thrust with your back elevated. However, I really like functional strength. And so from a functionality standpoint, you're more likely to be doing activities from this angle than you are probably going to be doing from the bench. Just from a practice, like if you're laying on the ground playing with your kids, you know, like you're gonna be doing more stuff like this. So anyway, scoop that pelvis, belly button to spine, press through the heels and up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. All right, that's that. And then for our core, we're gonna do a Pilates roll up. So you start with your limbs all extended, legs straight, and then you roll up, vertebra by vertebra, and back down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, one more, and 10. All right. Let's go ahead and get some water. I'm actually gonna get a heavier weight because 35's not cutting it. So I'm gonna grab my handy dandy 45. And again, this is why I emphasize functional strength, total body strength. Because if I only ever trained my legs, I wouldn't be able to carry a 45-pound dumbbell unassisted, like easily. Also, I work here in the studio as a live stream operator. And sometimes I have to get up on this huge ladder that we have, and I have to move it around the studio. I would have a very, very hard time moving this ladder that is at least double, possibly triple my height. For reference, I'm 5'2". But having the strength in my arms to be able to move it around fairly easily, even be able to pick up the front half and walk with it, makes life so much easier. Makes it a little less challenging, a little less daunting. And perhaps it's my hyper independence, but I like being able to do stuff on my own. I like being able to not have to ask for assistance to do something that I know I should be able to and can do. And part of that is just getting physically stronger. All right, second set. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. Oh, yes. Very good. All right, Pilates roll-ups. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay. All right, we got about 2 minutes left. We have technically one last set to go. And then we have our cool down. But I think I'm feeling merciful today. So I'm gonna let y'all, I'm gonna skip our third set of glute bridges. I'm feeling merciful. I'm feeling merciful. Y'all have done a fantastic job so far today, sticking with me, doing the Bulgarian split squats, the goblet squat, and the glute bridge. I think you've earned a little bit of mercy. So let's go ahead and move into our cool down. So let's go ahead, take an inhale, and exhale, walk out to downward dog. First, let's walk the dog. Oh, stretch those calves. If you bike, if you run, if you walk a lot, if you wear heels. If you're like me, you do a little bit of all of that. This feels really good. All right. And let's bring that left leg to center, right leg up for 3-legged dog. And let's shoot it in between our hands here. Come up into warrior 2. Psych. Okay, turn back around, bring that right leg or that left knee down into a runner's lunge. Whew. Yeah, you want to get that front quad flexor right here. It's been doing a fair amount of work today. Let's show it some love. All right, and let's press back up into our downward dog. Now we bring our right leg to center, left leg up behind us for three-legged dog, opening up that side body. And let's bring that leg in between our hands here. Drop that right knee down. You're in your runner's lunge. This does remind me I need to get back into my yoga practice, because I do like a good runner's lunge to a unbound triangle type movement. Whew, alrighty. Let's bring that back. Let's bring this left leg curled up in front of us. Extend that right leg behind us. We are now in pigeon pose. Do not roll that hip onto the mat. Keep it elevated. You should feel this stretch all in through your outer hip. Oh, it's one of my favorites. The very first time I ever did a pigeon pose was at a yoga class at LA Fitness. Back when I was living in Seattle. Shout out to the Signature LA Fitness Club in Ballard. And I took one of my first yoga classes there. And I remember I was doing it after a particularly hard leg day. And the yoga instructor, he was like, what are some areas that we want to focus on for our class? And I was like, hips, legs, because I was so tight. Oh my gosh, like sore, painfully sore. And we did a pigeon pose, and when I tell you, my whole life had changed, cause baby, yeah, so it's one of my favorite stretches. I always love to incorporate it whenever I can. All right, let's come down into a seated straddle stretch. Let's try to get a little bit more of our inner thighs here. So first, take an inhale. Reach towards that center. Inhale, come up to center. Exhale, lean over to your left. If you can, get both hands to touch your left foot. Excellent, especially if you can bring your right hand over to your left foot to really get that side oblique. All right, inhale, come back up to center. Exhale, go over to your right. And again, if you can, try to get that left arm over to that right foot so you can really get that nice stretch. All right, and let's come back to the center. All right, and then our last one, let's do a little frog stretch. If you have, especially for my femmes out there, do this one at home or in your privacy of your own house. As I say, do this in private. I don't do this one in public. I mean, you can if you want to. It's just that, I don't know about you, but I get looked at enough at the gym. I don't need to give them any encouragement. It's like, that's why I like to wear my wife's stuff when I work out, whether it be in my apartment gym or when I come here. Because if for nothing else, I just like to say like, all right, you're looking, join the YMCA. And with that being said, if you are watching this on YouTube, thank you so much for joining me today. My name is Olivia Winfield. I'm a virtual instructor as well as a personal trainer based out of our downtown Minneapolis YMCA location. And you can find me on YouTube as well as our virtual Y platform. Thank you so much for joining me, and I look forward to seeing you next week.
I'm Sarah, and this is Cardio Dance. Are you guys ready to work out? Let's do it.
I'm right here with you. Let's do it. Welcome to the Y. My name is Erin.
I'm Jennifer. My name is Linda.
My name is Tommy, and today we're going to do a quick step routine.
We feeling like we can conquer the world today.
I wish you all could smell it. It smells so good.
Time. We get stronger in my world. We're going to do it again.
We'll see you again. Keep working hard. You did awesome.